I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days are coming, saith the Lord, I will send a famine on the land, not a famine of bread or a thirst for water, but the hearing of the word of the Lord. Has this been fulfilled through the dark ages where the written word was rare, or is this a time in our near future? Great question. And I think you have aspects of its fulfillment all throughout time and space. Whether it be technically the 400 years between Malachi and what we know is the incarnation of Jesus Christ, the dark ages per this question, or even what I would call the Laodicean age that we're living in today, there's not a hunger for, a desire, and an ambition for the Word of God as a whole. But you go back into Amos chapter 8, verse 11, it's not just the lack of desire, it also indicates almost a lack of access to. And I think if you look at it contextually, meaning look at the verses before, the verses after, Amos as a whole, prophetically speaking, this is a passage describing what Jesus called the Great Tribulation in Matthew chapter 24, that 7-year time period that Daniel prophesied that's described in the book of Revelation, where you literally see an inability to access nor have access to the Word of God. And again, you also see humanity literally enduring the wrath of God and not repenting of their sins. So I think the dark ages were a good picture. I think the 400 years before Christ were a good picture. I think today's world is a good picture. But the actual literal fulfillment, I would place in the days ahead in a time period that Jesus said were the worst days since the creation of the earth. Great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.